Hi everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Live Calm Kids. My name is Susan. Today we're going to be working on a few tools for coping with emotions for your coping tool belt. In previous sessions we've talked about noticing and acknowledging that an emotion has dropped in and that it carries with it a message for us. We've also been working on noticing when that emotion is maybe sticking around for too long, and the tools we learn for your tool belt help you to move through that emotion so that you can feel relaxed and calm, and so that you can feel energized to get the help you need or to deal with the problem at hand. It might be helpful for you to think about emotions the same way that you think about the weather. Today we're going to be working on ways to do exactly that so that you can ride into and out of a storm without getting completely drenched. How does that translate to emotions? Well, it means you'll be able to connect with emotion in a way that doesn't leave you feeling completely exhausted or scared or worried. We're going to look at all the tools in your tool belt that can help you weather this storm of emotion. For this video, you'll need some paper and something to color with. I've chosen markers, but choose whatever you have and whatever you enjoy using. If you need more time to grab those supplies, pause the video and grab what you need. Okay, before we jump right in, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the motivational videos that I've been adding for you. Motivation is that energy inside each one of us that inspires us, gives us ideas, keeps us moving to do things, to start things, to finish things. It gives us energy to do the things that we enjoy, and even the energy to do the things that are tough and challenging for us. So I wanted to put out these short motivational videos for you guys in case there are times throughout your day that you're just starting to feel heavy, have low energy. A video that you can watch that will help energize you and help you keep going throughout your day. This COVID-19 pandemic has really taken our lives and just flipped them right upside down. Some days may feel easier than others, and some days might really challenge you and push you to the very edges of your coping, maybe even beyond your good coping ability. Maybe you're seeing the people you live with feeling stressed, and it's hard not to feel some of that also because you care about these people. There might also be a lot of people that you care about that you're just not able to see right now. You can't just reach out and hug them or get a hug. This virus has brought a lot of changes into our lives, and we humans tend to have a hard time coping with change. I believe that's because change brings with it uncertainty, the idea that we don't know what's coming next, we can't predict it. It's heavy to hold all those thoughts and feelings, so there may be parts of your day that are going really well, and that's normal for us to have ups and downs throughout any given day. But for those down moments, if you need a little bit of help getting your motivation back up, watch one of these motivational videos. They're only 1 to 3 minutes. Watch it as many times as you need throughout your day to smile, to move your body, to get your breath nice and deep, and to get your motivation back up so that you can take on the rest of your day. Now, grab your markers and let's just start out by drawing or scribbling or painting a storm on the piece of paper in front of you, whatever it's going to look like. If you need to pause the video for more time, please do. I love talking about emotions and comparing them to storms. I even wrote a book about coping with emotions, and I gave it the title Calm in the Storm. There are so many ways that our emotions are like a storm. Number 1, you can't stop a storm from coming, just like emotions. Number 2, you can't control a storm, just like we can't control emotion. Number 3, if you wait patiently, the storm will pass. If you are kind and patient with yourself and apply your coping tools, you will see that emotions pass also. Number 4, it is often more enjoyable to wait out a storm with a friend or a caring helper. Like emotions, when emotions come on really strong, we need the caring support of a friend or a helper. Number 5, when storms end, the sun comes out, and sometimes there's a rainbow. And when we compare that to emotions, the sun and the rainbow, after big emotions subside, are those feelings of relief, of peacefulness, of calm, of a renewed belief in your courageous ability to cope with whatever is coming your way. How's your picture coming? Again, if you need more time to finish your picture of a storm, pause the video here and just come back when it's done. Okay, so in regular life, if a storm is coming, what do you need to cope with it? If it's raining and you're heading outside, what would you need to take with you so that you're prepared? Maybe you think of rain boots. Maybe you think of a jacket. All of those are right. Did any of you think of an umbrella? That's what I'm getting at right now. Let's draw one of those right now on another piece of paper and make it as big as you possibly can, because we're going to be adding a lot to this umbrella. Okay. Now, as you draw your picture, I do have to say, if you head out into the rain, an umbrella will protect you from getting wet. However, this might feel like a strange comparison for you because you might actually enjoy getting wet when it's raining. I know quite a few kids who love to jump in puddles and kick mud around when it's raining, and grabbing an umbrella is probably the last thing that they're going to think of. So bear with me here. Imagine that you don't want to get wet, so you take your umbrella with you. When it comes to emotions, your umbrella might not be made out of cloth and metal. It might be made of all of those things, all of those resources that help you to cope better. Let's draw all those things that help you cope with emotions, that help you weather the storm of emotions, onto your umbrella. Now, you might have some ideas of your own, and in case you don't, I'll supply some ideas here, but please do add what you know works for you. So, one thing that we could add is our helpers. Maybe a parent or a family member, a teacher, a friend, a neighbor. Take a moment to draw your helpers onto your umbrella. Again, if you ever need more time, just pause the video and then come back. I will continue though, but just pause it if you need to. Okay, so that was our helpers. How about an imagination technique that can help you weather the storm of emotions? We worked during episode 3 on the peaceful place imagination, and let's add just a smaller version of that onto our umbrella. However it might look for you, just add that down. Now, this was our peaceful place imagination technique, but you might have an actual peaceful place that you enjoy going to that helps you cope with strong emotions. It could be a bedroom or a place in your home. It could be a treehouse like this one. It could be curled up with a pet or curled up with a stuffy or in the arms of somebody you care about. Take a moment and add that actual place to your picture. All right, and again, pause the video if you need to. Okay, another technique is a mantra. If you haven't heard the word mantra before, it just refers to using a word or a sentence that you repeat with intention that is soothing for you, and we could say it out loud or just inside our head. I watched a movie not too long ago with my kids where one of the characters was repeating the mantra, calm, cool, collected. And I found that when I tried using those words, I really appreciated them because they were really soothing in my body. So if there's a mantra or words that help you weather the storm of emotion, add that to your umbrella now too. Okay. Another coping tool could be a pet. If you have a pet that you love to spend time with that helps you feel secure and safe when you have big emotions, let's add that pet, or more than one pet if you have them. Let's add them to your umbrella. I have more than one, so I have to add a couple. Okay, how are you doing? A little bit more time? Pause the video if you need it. Let's move on to breathing techniques. We did heart breathing last time, so we could add a heart to our umbrella to represent the heart breaths that we did. If there's another breathing technique that you've learned, please go ahead and add that to your umbrella. I also really like bumblebee breathing, so I'm adding a bumblebee to my umbrella. And bumblebees are just also really fun to draw. Have you heard of bumblebee breathing before? We can do a couple of those breaths together. So take a minute and just think about those lovely bumblebees and the sound they make, the hum that they make. Got it? Get nice and comfy in your chair or wherever you are. Take a moment and breathe in through your nose. And as you exhale, we're going to hum along with the exhale. So it'll look like this. Until that breath is all out of your body. Do you want to try another one? Do you feel the vibration at your lips? For me, I like this breath because focusing on that hum at the lips really helps focus me just on this present moment, on the sensations in my face and at my lips. And because I'm focusing on those sensations, the vibration of the hum, I'm not paying attention to outside things that might be distracting or upsetting. So try it again with me and get that hum loud. Ready? In through the nose and hum as you exhale through your mouth. Are you still picturing a bumblebee? If you are, chances are you can actually imagine it making the same sound that you just made as you exhaled. Pretty cool. So maybe you would also like to add a bumblebee to your umbrella to help you remember to do the bumblebee breathing. That's a tongue twister for me. All right. If you enjoy coloring or drawing, you could add an image to help you remember to do that to your umbrella, just in whatever way makes sense to you, or drawing or sketching. Take a moment to add that because it's also a technique that helps you to weather the storm of emotions. Okay, there's also a technique I can teach you today, and it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting backwards from 5. But we're going to add sensory information to that. So, to teach it to you, let's work through a situation that bothered you lately. Think about something that happened recently that you were upset about. But since you and I aren't working together in person and I can't be there to help you through heavier stuff, let's only work on something that frustrated you or bothered you to a 3 or a 4 on that bothering scale, where 10 is the most bothered you've ever been and 1 is nope, not bothered at all. So think about something that's only been about a 3 or a 4. Something important here, if you have ever felt so bothered that you are at a 7 or higher, it's sometimes most helpful to get help and have someone who's supportive or caring help you through that moment. So for today, only something at a 3 or a 4. I'll think of one also. I have one. Okay, I'll tell you mine. Sometimes I don't always put my clothes away properly. Most of the time I do, but there's times that I don't. So last week I hung my shirt on the doorknob of the bathroom door. And as innocent as that sounds, a catastrophe struck. And I am emphasizing the word cat in catastrophe, because the next morning when I was getting ready for the day, my cat was in the bathroom with me because he likes to drink from the bathroom faucet. It's very cute. However, I wasn't paying attention and he was pawing at the door to get out. And I still wasn't paying attention until I realized my shirt was hanging on that doorknob. And by the time I got to let him out, his claw had put an ugly pull in my shirt that basically makes it not look good anymore. It's ruined. So I was pretty frustrated as I opened the door to get that cat out of the bathroom. Even as I share that with you, I can feel it in my body. I feel my muscles tighten. I feel a little bit of rosiness in my cheeks. I even feel a little of that frustration in my shirt in my chest, because that shirt was my favorite. Now it's your turn. What's bothered you lately? When you think about it, do you get some of that activation in your body? Maybe your breath changes. Maybe your hands feel sweaty. Maybe your heart beats a little bit faster or louder. Maybe you feel heaviness in your body, heaviness in your shoulders. Maybe it's in your stomach. Maybe in your stomach it feels like you have butterflies in there flying all around. Got that? Okay. So now let's look around the room that you're in, and we're going to start with the 5 on the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're going to notice 5 things that you can see. List them out loud if you'd like. Have you got all 5? Great. Let's move on to 4 things that you can feel, that you can actually touch with your hands. So get up and move around your room to touch them. Maybe don't touch other people though, because they might not appreciate that. What can you touch in your environment right now? It could be your desk, your computer, tablet, whatever you're using. It could be your chair. You could get up and touch the wall or the carpet in your house. You could even touch an ice cube. You could wash your hands and feel the water and the soap feeling smooth on your hands. If you can't get up, you could touch your hair, your arm, your hand, your fingernails, your clothing. You could touch your toes. Great. Now, what are 3 things that you can hear? Listen carefully. What do you hear? Did you get 3? if I listen carefully in my environment, because I'm outside in a treehouse, I can hear a wind chime. I can hear birds. Sounds like many different birds. I can even hear the humming sound of, I don't know, maybe a machine or something that a neighbor is using. Did you get all three of your sounds? Okay, let's move on to 2 things that you can smell. Maybe somebody's cooking or cooked recently in your home and you smell food. Maybe your family uses those diffusers that put out beautiful smells. If you have a pet, you could smell your pet. You could smell your foot. You could smell your hair. You could even smell your armpit. Why not? Do you notice, as you smell things, that you're inhaling deeply and slowly, and your breath is settling? Just notice that. As you smell 2 things. Our breath is such a powerful way to get into the room fully. Using our breath is actually an excellent way to shelter us from the storm of emotions. And when we're breathing deeply with intention, we just feel calmer and more capable. Okay, the final one in our exercise of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is one thing that you can taste. Maybe you can still taste the toothpaste in your mouth from when you brushed your teeth this morning. Perhaps you can smell, or perhaps you can taste whatever you ate recently. If you wear chapstick, you might be able to taste that on your lips. I think I can still taste the coffee that I had not too long ago. How about you? Have you had something to drink lately that you can still taste? Or have you had a snack? Or maybe you're chewing gum? Focus on your mouth. What is one thing that you can taste? Okay. You can use this technique anytime to get yourself fully into the present moment, to help you feel sheltered from the storm of emotion that might be raining down on you. So let's add 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to your umbrella. Let's look at those umbrellas one more time. Is there anything that you would like to add to yours? Something that you've learned from somebody at school, or a family member, something that you've learned that helps you weather the storm of emotion? If you have a few techniques that I didn't talk about today, pause this video and add those to your umbrella, because they're important and they help you. Remember, your umbrella doesn't need to be finished when our time together ends today. You can keep adding to it as you think of things that work for you, or as you learn new strategies that help you. I believe that all of us humans are kind of works in progress, meaning that we're meant to grow and learn throughout this life. So it's okay if tomorrow or next week or a month from now you need to add to your umbrella. It doesn't have to be finished right now. So let's summarize. I have a summary here for you. Okay, just like we can't control the weather, we can't control emotion. Just like the weather, we can learn from it and create actions that help us with it better. We can notice or acknowledge what we're feeling. We can externalize emotion if it's too strong, so that we feel more grounded and centered. And then we can use one of the tools on our umbrella. So here's my umbrella. Thank you so much for watching today. And as always, I love to see the work that you all create. So please feel free to share it with me on Facebook or Instagram. If you have a parent with an account, please have them share it with me. You can find me on Instagram at Live Happy Counseling, and similarly on Facebook, it's Live Happy Counseling with Susan Guttridge. Hang in there, everyone. these times are kind of different and people might be stressed in your life. Please remember that we are all in this together and we can all do our part to be well and to be healthy. We can all play a role in riding through storms, no matter how long that storm lasts, it always ends. We are in this together. Thank you so much for watching together. Thank you so much for watching today. Stay courageous and kind and wash your hands often. I'll see you soon.